All right, we're good.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are FreeSpirit Fabrics here. We are back this month, the month of April, to talk about our Year of the Designer. And the collections that are shipping are September of this year. We are going to go over 2 new artists that we have and 4 returning or continuing artists that we have here, FreeSpirit Fabrics. If you have any questions, please pop them in the comments and we will try to answer your questions at the end. And I'm Sharon Thornton and I'm here with Debbie Stark.
Hello,
Forgot about
everybody.
that part. And Brandon and Kristen are in the background helping us with this presentation as well. So we welcome all of you. We're glad that you're here. Again, if you have any questions, just be sure to pop them into the comments and we'll try to answer them. Kristen will be answering, or Debbie and I can answer at the end. And if you stay tuned the whole time, we're going to have a question at the end and you could win some fabric. So stay tuned. So we're going to get going on this presentation. Again, it's the Year of the Designer and we're going to get right into it and we're going to go through it as quickly and efficiently as we can. So we're ready to go.
That's right. Thanks, Sharon. So the first collection we're going to look at this afternoon is called Love in the Wild, and it's by Daughter Earth. The designer is Katy Tanis. And this collection, Love in the Wild, is based on the extremely popular children's book of the same name, Love in the Wild, that Katy wrote and illustrated. This is an adorable collection, certain to excite children of any ages. And if, Brandon, if you could just go a little forward in the presentation.
Yes. Oh, what is it?
It's like
Okay, so I guess we are having some technical difficulties.
Yes, we
So
are.
here we go. We're going to go to the slide that's called Love in the Wild by Katy Tanis, otherwise known as Daughter Earth. And as I mentioned, Katy has an extremely popular children's book of the same name called Love in the Wild. And we are definitely having technical difficulties. So I'm not sure what you all are seeing, but I'm still seeing our page, The Spirit to Create.
Oh, let's see. Brandon's going to fix it for us.
Yes. I'm glad I'm not responsible for this.
Who knows? Who knows if we were? Let's see.
Well, I'd be panicked at this point.
Yes, me too.
Brandon, no worries. We'll get there.
Right. Oh, there you go. It's changing now.
There we go.
Perfect.
Love in the Wild by Daughter Earth, otherwise known as Katy Tanis. And as we get into the collection, you'll notice it's a beautiful, very vibrant collection. It's 12 SKUs. And I'm going to wait to talk about the designs till we get there. We go. Yay. In the upper right-hand corner is one of my favorites. It's called Love Everywhere. And I love that it's rainbow hearts all tossed in the upper left-hand corner. The next SKU underneath it is Just Precious of the elephants with the monkeys poking through. As you can see, this would make an adorable collection for a children's room. You could make a crib quilt, you could make a wall hanging, you could make bumpers out of the cute pattern in the bottom right-hand corner. The panel is in the third column and it's called Love in the Wild, appropriately named. And then one of my other favorites are the 2 different stripes we've created with the tails and the animals. The first one in the second column at the top is called Ringtail Love Day. And then we did it in a smaller scale, running it across the goods in the black, which is on the upper right-hand corner. Again, super adorable. We've got zebras, we've got antelope, we've got elephants, we've got the giraffes down in the bottom left-hand corner creating a heart. I just think it's a super precious collection. And Sharon has some great inspiration to share.
Yes. Well, I totally agree with Debbie that this is a great collection and I love how she described all the designs. So we have the quilt on the right is using the panel that we showed you in the collection, and it's built out with, you know, a couple of the other designs from the collection. And then the border of this is mimicking the rainbow that's in the panel. So it's just a really fun quilt for a children's room. And then the quilt on the left of the screen is, you know, a great children's quilt, just, you know, the full width of fabric. You get to see the design really beautifully. And again, we've got all the colors, the solid colors mixed in between there to give the effect of the rainbow. And then that beautiful heart for the border. I love, love, love this collection. There's a book that goes with it. Did you mention that
Yes,
already?
I
All
did.
right.
And the book is so precious. And I think this is a great way for kids to learn their animals.
Yes,
You
it'd
know?
be a great way. I mean, this would be good for a baby's room. It'd be good for younger children. Could probably even bring them easily into the early, elementary years. And it's just a lot of fun. There's a ton of things that you could make for a children's room. It would be great in clothing. It'd be great in little girls' dresses. It would be really a lot of fun. So if you are interested in this, make sure you head off to your quilt shop and let them know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Our next collection is called Pastoral Symphony, and it's by none other than Nathalie Lete. Nathalie is a French artist, and I think her collections are so unique and so French. Like I feel so French when I look at Pastoral Symphony. It's the dynamic mix of the different colors and designs that really sort of speak to a quilter's individuality and allows the quilter to really put their sort of aesthetic to their projects. Nathalie's design and work is world renowned. She does a lot of different collaborations. She does collaborations with Anthropology, with Gucci, with H&M, and many other brands worldwide. I think this collection is really beautiful, very feminine, very delicate. And you can see in the upper left-hand corner, we have the Song of the Birds. It's just a really beautiful, very sort of vintage print, I think.
Mhm.
And the one below is called Blooming Garden. And that is just this great collection of flowers, but these beautiful deep royal blues that sort of set everything off. If we go to the next column, there's Happy Garden in at the very top, which has that beautiful poppy and some of those other really beautiful, feels very botanical in that particular piece. And then to the right of that is a very blue and white, almost porcelain feel. So I think it's really beautiful. It's very delicate. The design in the bottom middle called the Bird's Tile is really eclectic. You've got the flamingos, you've got the macaws, you've got all those beautiful birds and sort of a night sky. It's just really beautiful. And then the last, my absolute, well, actually I have two more favorites. The one in the upper right-hand corner is the magic mushrooms. And I think it is just precious. And I don't know about you, but I have seen a ton of mushrooms and a ton of strawberries everywhere. And of course, the bottom right-hand corner is just to me very dramatic with the black ground and those beautiful bouquets of flowers called the Night Bouquet. Really, really beautiful. I'm going to turn it to you for inspiration.
And we get the inspiration.
There we go.
So the piece on the left here picks up more of the brown and darker tones of the collection, which I think, Carl Hensch designed this for. It's called the Tiger. He designed this for us. This is called the Tiger's Eye. And again, just showcasing the collection in a different way than the piece sitting there on the right. The piece on the right uses that main print that Debbie described with like that, would you say teal, that light background in there. And then to add the pinks to it, just, it's very playful together with the teals and the pinks and then the cream in there. So two completely different looking quilts, same collection, and you could certainly, be pulling colors from the left quilt to create something of your own or vice versa. All of the colors do play very, very nicely together. So this is a very nice, fun, cohesive collection.
And next is Caspian by Sanderson. So I don't know how many of you are familiar with Sanderson, but Sanderson was a British manufacturer of fabrics and wallpaper that was founded in 1860. And it was in 1940 when the descendants of the original founder, Arthur Sanderson, bought the Morris and Company wallpaper business and the rights to use the Morris name. Sanderson is another offering from our partnership with Sanderson Design Group. And the Caspian collection adds a layer of traditional design that complements our offering from the original Morris & Co. And you'll notice how beautifully the two collections do play together, whether you're looking at the latest collection from the original Morris & Co. or you're looking at our reorder catalog or the reorder prints that are available at your local retailer. The designs really help offset each other. So without further ado, as we talk about each pattern, in the upper left-hand corner, second one in, it's called Maduri. It's just sort of a beautiful, almost, it's not really a damask, but it's sort of an OG damask design. It's really super beautiful. Then we've got the beautiful floral underneath which is on that really rich autumnal rust color. In the very center, we have Palmier Garden, and you'll notice the playfulness of the animals, the little pond, the beautiful trees, and then pulling together the trees throughout in the bottom right-hand corner, we've got the trees on that really beautiful sort of peacocky green color, really gorgeous. And above that, we've got cantaloupes. Imagine that, cantaloupes in the middle of all this. We think it's really beautiful. It's definitely autumnal colorway, super rich, and really, really home decor friendly.
Oh, it's really pretty.
Yeah, I think it's really beautiful.
Next slide. Okay, so we have the Premier Garden quilt on the left, and that was designed by Linda McGibbon of Lakeview Quilting. And she uses the main piece there in the center of the quilt, and then she's built it out with a lot of the half square triangles, and then picking up the design from the center on the border. So that quilt is very, very nice and showcases this collection quite well. And you can see all of those other fabrics in those half square triangles as you build out from the center, like Debbie described with the browns and the rust. So they're the autumnal, is that how you said it?
Yes.
The autumnal colors in there. So again, you can see how cohesive it is just in this piece, because all of those colors play really nicely together. And the piece on the right was originally designed by Carl Hench, and it was recolored by FreeSpirit Fabrics. But again, you can see just a whole different way to present the quilt, but you can see how nicely all of the brown tones in this, adding that little pop of cream in the background there with the darker greens of the trees and everything. It really, both pieces, the collection works very, very well with both pieces, and they play very nicely with one another in this collection.
I love how that Palmier Garden sort of just as a tonal accent on the exterior of that quilt on the right. It's really beautiful.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Very
it looks
nice.
very nice.
Okay, moving along. Our next collection is called Eclipse by Sarah Sczepanski of Artxtiles. This is Sarah's fourth collection with FreeSpirit Fabrics, and it's really a very modern and gender neutral collection. Obviously, the name is Eclipse, so it is all based on the Great North American Eclipse, which was happening at the same time Sarah was expecting her first child. The collection captures Sarah's emotion with a sense of movement, roundness, boldness, togetherness, layers of light and dark, and intertwined directional prints. And we certainly understand those feelings as a first-time pregnant mom, right? But the collection is really, really so modern, so graphic, so rich. I love the colorations that run from a really beautiful blue to this sort of saturated gray to charcoal to navy. And then in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the design that just adds a little bit of pop with that sort of goldenrod yellow color. Really, really lovely. It's very neutral. In the top middle column, we have galaxies. And again, she based this all on the eclipse, so lots of roundness. The galaxy, there's a lot of layering of planets or Earth, as you can see. In the bottom left-hand corner, we've got lunar. And above that, in the middle, that sort of very charcoal grayish blue to your right, Brandon, it's called orbit. And I love that it's so geometric compared to all the roundness of the other SKUs. I think it really plays well. In the third column over, there's constellations, and that's the one that's on that really rich blue with sort of that goldenrod to pick up the design in the bottom right-hand corner. Again, I think it's just really interesting. There's so much texture. It's so graphic. It's so modern. And in my mind, it's very gender neutral. So it would make a really great piece in a very modern home, or make a great gift for the guy, the special guy in your life. I love it. Really pretty.
Very nice. Okay, so here are the quilts. So the one on the left is called Eclipse Sky, picking up completely on the theme of the collection name. Joanne Curtin, I don't know if I'm going to pronounce it right. Canuck Quilter Designs did that piece in the left. Really liked the literal translation of this piece, of the collection into this piece, but also as makers with the stars in the background there at the top and the bottom, gives us the ability to, cut it up, recreate, and, all of the strips of fabric going through it really showcase the collection quite nice. And you can see that there's dark, medium, and light tones, and they all work really, really nicely together. And the grays and the navies and charcoals and blacks in this. And so just quite beautiful. That piece came out very nice. And then she also designed the piece on the right, just a different spin on the fabrics. It looks completely different than the one on the left, and it just showcases the collection so very nicely, and the different ways that you could play with the movement of the design, but in the quilting. And showed the fabric again on the far right of that quilt, how beautiful that fabric is, and the same for the one on the left. I mean, collectively, very strong collection. And we used it this way, but there's so many ways you can use it. You could do a literal translation of a black and white quilt, using those different scales of the black, gray tones, lighter tones. Do something, do these, or do something all your own. And these would also look great in garments. So don't forget about that, or anything home, because these pieces are really quite nice.
Well, and I think it'd be fun seeing it in a really traditional pattern, because I
Right.
think you would really get a very eclectic look. It would be
Right.
really pretty.
Right. It's very nice.
So our next collection we're going to talk about is with a brand new artist that we are so excited to have as one of our FreeSpirit designers. His name is Adam Trest, and he is an artist based in Laurel, Mississippi. His work captures what I call Southern charm. I think it's his culture throughout his life, which has really driven his artwork. He is a New York Times best-selling author and illustrator. His work can be found hanging in the homes of his collectors worldwide, as well as being featured on the HGTV program Hometown. I don't know how many of you watch Hometown, but I'm a Hometown junkie. And I first saw him, well, we'd already been working together, but I saw one of the first episodes where they did a special for Mother's Day, where they designed a nursery for a young woman expecting her first child in Laurel, Mississippi. And he painted these 3 big murals that stood or hung behind the crib. It was unbelievable. His work is sensational. I want to dive right into the collection because I think it is just fresh, and it's sort of folk arty, and it's Southern charm, and it's called Backyard Wonders. And if you look, the very main or focal piece that I consider to be what speaks to the whole collection is the one in the middle, and it's called Walk in the Wood. And it is an all-over scenic that runs down the length of the goods and across. And there's just so many great little finds in this particular piece. You've got the hills, you've got the ponds, you've got the trees, you've got the rabbits underground, you've got the hound dogs. I mean, it's just chock full of special little things, including a cardinal here and there. It coordinates beautifully with the design in the upper left-hand corner called Songbird Symphony. And then you can see the groups of cardinals down in the bottom design with that beautiful sort of bunch of cardinals. And then you've got florals, and it just is great to pull apart. Above that is a design called, I think it's rabbit. I can't remember. It's something rabbit, but it's based on a tile that was also featured in another home featured on Hometown. It is stunning because Adam is known for his original pieces of art. He's known for tile. He's known for wallpaper. He's known for stationery. He's definitely into all different product categories. And I think it's really interesting to see how this all translates back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
As we move across the page, you'll notice Storyteller's Patchwork. So we really had to talk Adam into this one. And I watched his video about his collection, and he said, oh my gosh, people went wild over this design. He had no idea what Jen and I were talking about, but he said, yeah, okay. And he did, and he's like, everybody adores this. They're actually really small. I think they're 2.5-inch tiles. And it features all the various characters that Adam so often paints about, whether it's the fox, the dog, the cardinals, the rabbit, the squirrel, the florals. It's just adorable. And from there, moving over to the right is a design called Meadow. And that's all done in blue and white with pops of red for the cardinal. And it's just about a dog running through the fields. Super precious, really adorable, definitely beautiful color palette. And I think Sharon has some great designs and finished inspiration to share with us.
Okay. So I love how Debbie just described the collection because it has so much to offer. So the piece on the left um, is using the focal piece as Debbie described. In the center of that, as a matter of fact, we just got our quilt sample back today of this quilt, and it's
cool.
very beautiful. I mean, the fabric is beautiful. The quilt is beautiful. It's very, very nice. So this piece is showcasing, that primary piece, and then it's being, we've got all those borders coming in. You can see the cardinals because the cardinals pick up the red. You've got the cream, you've got the cardinals again in that outermost border. You got all the blues in there that still come back to the middle. So cohesively, it works very, very nicely together. We have other inspiration, not what's just here. We're just showing these, but I want to show the pieces on the right. So, so the one on the left is, showcasing all of those elements of the collection. But we know that a lot of makers really love blue and white quilts. And what better way to display it than using the tiles? So you've got the lighter version of the tiles and the darker version of the tiles. And this is called Blue Garland Quilt. Actually, the names are reversed. So this is Blue Garland, and the one on the left is the Promenade Quilt. So anyways, just great way to show it. We also have, like I said, there's other pieces of inspiration that you can go to the FreeSpirit website to see, but these are two great examples, two completely different ways that you can buy into this collection and create wonderful things with.
They're really beautiful. And I could even see them taking that patchwork tiles that Adam had no idea why we were creating it, where it's all the different motifs, and
Right,
putting
and
them
put
in
it
the
in
center
there.
of each one of those. It's really, really beautiful.
Right. There's a million ways that you could use it. So make sure you come to look to see what else we have created with this.
Okay, and of course, last but not least, I think we're doing better today.
Yes, we are.
We are just whipping through. So here we've got Kitty McCall, another new artist to FreeSpirit, and she is from the UK. And Kitty has an incredible sense of style and color. Everything she does is super bright. Kitty McCall is actually Catherine's grandmother's name. And when Catherine finally decided to open her own business and become an artist, she has adopted the name Kitty McCall in honor of her grandmother. So I think that's so super sweet.
Nice.
Catherine has a deep love for bold, vibrant colors and the beauty of natural world. She has drawn inspiration from lush tropical landscapes and botanical gardens. So as we jump into the collection, you will see that that is so true with vibrant Botanica. So lots of color, super bright. Some of the designs are larger scale. You'll notice the one in the middle, in the second column at the top. That's probably our most prominent, biggest master print. Super bold, beautiful, lots of flat, saturated, rich color. To the left of that, I love how the yellow with the blue flowers picks up the colors throughout that master pattern. We have a lot of florals in this collection. The bottom left-hand corner is really rich. To me, that's sort of the jungle essence. And when we move over to the third column in the bottom design, that's more the botanical kind of inspiration behind. It's this great eclectic mix of bright, fun, authentic jungle, botanical, just super vibrant. We've pulled it down and grounded a little bit with the yellow print in the first column, with the green floral, and then the same design, but in a blue tonal floral beneath the master print. And then on the far right, we've got the red little toss flowers and that green and white stripe. So bold. Like I could see a great patchwork jacket made out of this collection, lined with that great awning stripe, sort of green and white. I think it's really exciting and fresh and tropical. It makes me want to go on vacation.
That's right.
Do we get a vacation? No.
Yeah. We're due. We're due.
Yeah, we are due. So I'm going to turn it over to you for inspiration.
Okay, so we have this inspiration here. So the piece on the left showcases is, Debbie just went through the collection, and we're trying to showcase in both of these quilts how all the pieces play together. So what quilter doesn't love a heart quilt? We all love a heart quilt. Great way to get this collection, cut it up, and you can see that all the colors are playing very nice together in that quilt. We use the stripe in this particular one on the left, it looks like a piano key. And then on the left, it's kind of used like a barber's pole, it's kind of the bias. So two different ways to showcase that stripe in the binding. And again, both quilts are are really just showing the collection cohesively, all presented together, and how all of these work so well together. So those are the two pieces of inspiration that we did for this. And is that?
That is it
That is
today.
it.
We're getting better every month.
We are. We're getting quicker and better.
Yes.
So we are at the end of our presentation for the month of April for the Year of the Designer. And I don't know if there's any questions. I'm assuming that there's not because Kristen didn't send any through. So I don't see any messages. So we're going to assume you have no questions for today. So we are going to give away a fat quarter bundle of some FreeSpirit fabric. It's going to be random. Okay, well, there's no questions for today. I just got authorization that there's
Okay,
none,
good.
but that's okay. We know that you'll have more, and you can post them in this afterwards in the comments. And Kristen will be looking, or we'll all be looking to see if we can answer anything for you. We're going to give away a fat quarter bundle. It's going to be a random draw of what we have. You know, we have lots of fabric here, and the question is. We didn't talk
Who's your
about
favorite artist in this September ship month?
Right. Who's your favorite artist and which is your favorite color? Why don't you tell us that too?
Yeah, perfect.
Right.
Good idea.
And then we'll do a random draw of who's ever been watching live today. And Kristen will be getting in touch with you, and we will be sending you a fat quarter bundle of some beautiful FreeSpirit fabrics. So we thank you for joining us today. We always love it when you tune in. And if you have any questions, please visit our website, freespiritfabrics.com. If you saw any fabrics here today that you would like a shop to carry, make sure you go to your retailer, let her know that you're interested in any of these collections we just showed you. They are all shipping in the month of September of this year, so you need to get to her soon. Sure. Let her know that you are interested. And if you are a retailer, make sure you get in touch with your sales rep, or you come to our website and you place your order. We are going to be ordering these fabrics very soon. So if you want to get them, you need to order them soon.
Yes.
So again,
don't miss out on the opportunity.
Right. So again, thank you. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you,
Sharon.
Kristen.
Thank you,
and
ladies.
Brandon. And that's it. Until next month, the month of May, we will be doing October ship.
August. No, October. You're
October.
right. So I'm going backwards. You're going forwards. Yes.
I'm going forward.
October.
All right. So thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.